Hello, welcome to another video on my channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a quick something to put Happy Mail in. So we're going to make one of those, and then I'm going to share with you the projects that I've been working on and that are going to be a giveaway that I'm doing. Okay, so let's start off by making the I don't know the right word to call it, but it's kind of going to be like a folio type thing. No, not a folio. It's just going to be an expanded file folder, maybe, so to speak. I don't know. You guys can figure out what to call it. But for now, I'm going to just show you how I make it. So here I have two pieces of paper that are both cut to 6 inches, and then one is cut to 9 3/4, and one is cut to 7 3/4. Okay? We're going to go ahead and get our scoreboard, and we're going to score the 9 3/4 one. We're going to score it at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. Okay. And then we're going to take this one, which is 6 by 7 3/4, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4 and 5 3/4. Okay, 4 1/4 and 5 3/4. Then I'm going to put the scoreboard away, and we're going to connect these two together. The first thing I'm going to do is just crease my folds, or crease my score marks here. Okay. Alright. Now what's going to happen is this one is going to connect to this one. Okay? It doesn't really matter because you should have 4 1/4 on both sides, so it really doesn't matter which side you connect it to. It just matters that we connect the two together like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, with my ATG gun. I'm going to run along the back side of the longer one. And then on the inside of the shorter one, I'll just put a little X. Okay. And then to make sure that these line up a little bit easier, what I like to do is stand them up on my desk so that they're both lined up that way. And then they're both lined up. And then they'll go together nice and easy, like so. Okay. Now this is what we have. Okay. And the way that I planned it, you're going to find that the top part is bigger than the bottom part. And that's so that you can have a little bit of an expansion. If you feel like you need a little bit more, make this top part a little bit bigger. Okay? All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply my decoration to the front because I think it'll be much easier while it's flat like this. So the first thing I have here is I have a piece of gold paper as my bottom mat. And this is just to give it just a little bit of gold in it. Okay. I'm matting this on the tiny flap at the top, which is 2 inches. So I cut my mat here to be 1 7/8 by, what is this? This is 1 7/8 by 5 7/8. And then my decorative mat is 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. Then you can see that you'll just have a little tiny bit of the gold peeking through, and it looks really classy and cool. Now I'm going to go to do the bottom part, and what you need to remember is that it's going to fold up, okay? So when you have it this way, this part here is going to be the top. So if you have a piece of directional paper, that's what you want to pay attention to. Okay. Again, I'm putting a piece of gold, and this gold is cut to 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. And then this piece here is cut to 4 by 5 3/4. And again, you want to remember, if it's directional, it needs to go facing the bottom part here, because then when you close it up, it's going to go like that. Okay? So there's that. Now, we're not going to mat this piece because no one's going to see it. And we are going to mat this piece, but not right now. Okay? So now this is, you can mat the back piece if you want to right now. Let's see. I have a piece here for the back. Maybe I want that one. Yeah, this is going to be my back here. And this, again, is cut to the size of my gold paper, which was, because I'm not double matting this one. So this one is 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. There we go. Okay. So now this is what we're left with so far. Okay. Now we need one piece of paper, and I'm going to put these away for a minute. We're going to cut this piece of paper to 4 1/4. We're going to do that twice. 4 1/4. Just like that. And then we're going to take both of these and we're going to cut them down to 6. Then we're going to take this piece, or these two pieces, put them in our scoreboard, and we're going to score them every 1/2 inch. Like so. Same thing for this one. Every 1/2 inch. And then we're going to take and put our scoreboard away. And then we're going to take these and we're going to Mountain Valley fold them like we're folding a fan. go. Then I take my bone folder and just apply a lot of pressure to that. Make sure that it's folded up really good. Again, I'm going to Mountain Valley fold this one. And like that. Okay. And we're going to fold, crease those ones too. And there we go. All right. Now we're going to take these, and what we want to do is you want the finished part that's going to be facing in when we put them on here. Okay? So we're going to line up the fold with the outside edge. So the first thing that I'm going to do is apply adhesive to that back piece there. Okay? You want to use a good adhesive because it's going to be pulled away. And then I'm just lining it up, the folded part up with the edge of the paper. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Now I'm going to open it up, and this is applied right there. So now I have a wing on this side. Now I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to apply my adhesive, and then just to make it easier for me, I fold it in like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply it, lining up the fold with that outside edge. And then fold it over and place some pressure there. Okay? Now here is where we want to, now is when we want to cover the back part, because now what we're doing is we're covering up those flaps that we attached with. Okay? So I've got a piece of paper here. This is cut to the 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. Okay. Now we've got that. And again, this part is not going to show, so we don't need to cover it. Now our next step is to fold this back up, and now we want to apply adhesive to this side. Okay, I'm just going to run my adhesive along there. You could use a wet adhesive if you want to. And then just because it's easier, before we put it together, I'm going to go ahead and apply adhesive to this side as well. I'm just putting it on the very top of my accordion fold here. Okay. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to line this fold up with the outside edge of my front cover. And then adhere it down. I like to open it up, and I know you can't see this, but I'm just pressing down on the inside there so that this flap is attached really well. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just stick it in there and line it up. Alright. Then we're going to do the same thing. The second one might be a little bit harder to do. You just got to stick with it. Now, we have our piece done. What you can do if you want to, so you can see it opens up and gives you a lot of room, and then it closes in to hold it all together. But you can do, and also because you noticed when I close it, if I'm not careful, these things pop out, and we don't want that to happen. What you can do is you can take a piece of paper, put it in there, and that's cut to, what was it cut to? 4¼ by 6. So what I would do is I would stick it in here and I would adhere it to one side, the same side on both sides. And then another one, actually. Let's do this. So now we have 2 separate parts in there. And then you just pinch them together. You put adhesive on one side of the papers and pinch them together like that. And then so I would put that there and I would put that there. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put adhesive on the sides, just on the sides of my first one. And I'm putting them towards the front. I put the adhesive on the front, and now I'm putting it in here with the adhesive on the front. I'm going to squish in my accordions there so that they're where they're supposed to be, and then apply pressure to it. And now we have it adhered. Do the same thing with the back. And this is, you don't need to do this part if you don't want to. It's just a little something to help keep the accordions in and give you sections. Then you fold it up like that. And there you go. You have a lovely little gift box. And I think I would put Velcro or a magnet down. I probably should have put that underneath my decorative paper. I might just tie it with a ribbon. We'll see. But then what you can do is you can take your embellishments and you can pack them on in there. Just like so. Now I have it nice and full of embellishments, and then close it up. I think I'll take out take those out. Put these in here like that. And let's put these back here. There we go. Now it closes a little bit better. And now it's closed up and I have a lovely little gift box. And then they can use this to store things like, you could put cards in here, you could put photos in here, you could put recipes in here if you wanted to. You could use this for anything. I made one of these a long time ago when I did a swap, and I filled it with goodies too. I just think it's a super fun way to share. But anyways, there we go. And now I want to share with you the things that I've been making for a giveaway. All right. So let's start with what I put in here. First, I have a little collection of tiny little shakers. Then I have these 3 little bows. Then I have these bows. I am addicted to making paper bows, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, then I have these cute little butterfly embellishments. Then I have, oh, look at that, more bows. And more bows just different cuts of bows. And then I cut out some tickets in one shape, and I cut out some tickets in another shape. And in most of the packages, I put a little bit of the shaker mix that I made, because then the person who receives these, they can just dump them all into a bowl, and they will have a whole collection of shaker mixes. But then it's pretty too. It made the packaging pretty. I also accidentally cut out some white tag tickets, so I'm including those. And then I made some flowers, so I'm including those. So that's one set. And all of this is just going to go to one person. Okay, those are going to go in here. Then I made this, which I love. So in here, this is a sort of like a loaded pocket envelope. But in here, I have a rosette, another rosette, and then I have some ruffled paper embellishments. I have some pocket, or they're just the cut aparts, but they're sewn, and some of them are shakers, some of them are vellum. I have some tags. I made 3 chipboard tags. I have 2 goodie bags in here that I created, and they can use them how they want. I have 2 goodie bags in here that I created, and then I have another page. It's just a little embellishment that didn't fit in any of the boxes. And then this is the shaker pocket thingy that I created. I sewed that and put a little tassel on it. So then all this stuff is going in there. Let's put that aside. And then I created this. I did this on a live stream too. So I created this. And inside each of these is little goodies. So this one has rosettes, which you can decorate in the way that you'd like to. This one has clothespins, which you stick a picture in it and then it stands up like that. Just a fun little picture holder, I thought. Then I can get this one to go back in there. There we go. Okay. In this one, I have all sorts of pretty little handmade ribbon bows. Tiny, tiny baby ones. Look at that. That's so cute. And then I have a gold one and a peach one. Just a whole bunch of, here's a double one. Oh, look at this baby one. It's a little baby one. I went through and just made a bunch of bows one day while I was watching videos. There's one that doesn't really fit into the collection, but I thought that it was such a pretty bow, I had to share it, so I put it in here anyways. I gotta cover it so that when you open it, it's not what you see. Anyways, there's a bunch of bows, ribbon bows in there. Then in here we have some flags or banners or whatever you want to call them. I just made a bunch of the banners and put them in that box. Nope, he doesn't fit. Okay, anyways, that is all of the stuff that I've been working on since we have been quarantined, and I want to give it away. So I'm going to do a giveaway. I've been making all of these pretty things, and these are all from one collection, and I believe that the collection is called Simply Vintage Garden. I think that's what it's called. Nope. Simply Vintage Garden District. That's what it's called. All of these are one collection and they all match. And I still have a few more things that I'm going to create. I did create this after watching a video of, I think her name is, she does, her YouTube name is Live Love Scrap. And I love her. And I used to watch her a long time ago. And I sort of somehow stopped watching her, but I went back and watched her a couple of days ago, and she had made this suitcase which had folders in it. So I made that too, and I'm going to fill that as well. I might just fill it with die cuts. I don't know yet, but I also will have that. And I'm working on more stuff that will be a secret surprise. So if you want to win this, all you need to do is leave a comment down below telling me, let's see, which one of my videos, either tell me which one of my videos is your favorite, or which one of these projects that I created here is your favorite. Or you can tell me something that you would like a tutorial for, or you would like to see a video on, okay? Any of those three things. And let's see, today is Sunday. This video is going to go up today on Sunday, and I will leave it up until next Sunday. I believe today is Sunday the 5th. Yeah, I think it's the 5th. So I will leave it up until next Sunday. I can't look at, because I'm recording with my phone, so I can't look at the date. But I think I'll put the dates down below just so that in the description bars, just so you know for sure. But anyways, if you would like to win all of these goodies that I've been working hard on, leave me a comment, and then maybe I put that on there. Nope. And I will pick a winner. Bye-bye now.